Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here with another video. Of course, this comes over a YouTube post, edited and recorded. Not really recorded, really posted. So, they put over a tournament that I guess is voted by the WWE Universe across multiple social platforms, including probably Instagram, Twitter, and of course, I was about to say their former social outing that they had in the past. I forgot what it was called. Stumble or something? I forgot what it was called. Other than that, bro, I watched this list. So if you guys don't know, I think they did this. It's not the same thing they did for the tier lists. So it's a literal tournament. So it's not even main event tournament. Main event, it's title wins. So even like U.S. title match with Cena or Big Show or something. So this was the first round. Stratus and James versus Reigns and Rollins and Lesnar. Kingston and Bryan versus Austin and Michaels, Mania 15. No, Mania 14. Cena The Rock, Mania 29 against Lesnar and Angle, Mania 13. Hogan and Savage, Mania 5 against McIntyre and Lesnar. Becky Lynch, Flair, and Banks versus. Okay, that's a one-sided one. Warrior versus Hogan. We obviously know who would win that. And Cena versus JBL, Mania 21. Batista, Orton, and Bryan, Mania 30. Michaels, Bret Hart, Mania 12 against Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey. And no, it was two triple threat matches. So Becky Lynch, Flair, and Rousey versus Batista and Triple H Mania 21. And it's either the fans are total marks, or I feel like this is made over by WWE themselves. You're telling me, and no disrespect, some of these are memorable moments, but over the standpoint that this is voted upon, the fan base is telling me that botched ass finish, that forgettable ass match. Nobody can tell me a memorable spot. If you can't tell me a memorable spot of a match, it's not that impressive or memorable. Becky Lynch, Flair, and Rousey is better than Batista and Triple H, Mania 21? That defined most of the rest of the decade of the 2000s with Batista winning that world title. He made Triple H look like a chump. You're telling me that Batista, being a bona fide main eventer, wasn't cool to you guys? Angle, Mysterio, and Orton versus Michaels and Hart, I guess. I can understand that. But Bryan, Orton, and Batista versus JBL and Cena, I can get behind that, I guess. But another one, they're just trying to push over an agenda here, guys. Because if you're telling me Flair, Banks, and Lynch from Mania 32 was better than Hogan and Warrior, I feel like this is made over by Dave Meltzer because he thinks moves defines what a good match is. Like, dude, I had to rewatch that. The energy over the match, the constant clotheslines, no selling Hogan literally kicking out near the last minute and he couldn't get that near fall. Like, dude, you can't tell me WrestleMania isn't defined off that type of match. Oh, but somehow Lynch, Flair, and Banks can barely be defined of that. Oh, sure, they'll do advertisements like showing you that corkscrew moonsault. Charlotte does, but nobody's ever going to watch that match or that Mania. Okay, another BS one. Hogan and Savage Mania 5 against, like, that was literally one of the best promo packages to ever be delivered with also the best match. Against Lesnar and McIntyre, that short ass exchange of finishers. I mean, sure, it was a definable moment for McIntyre, no disrespect. That McIntyre won the world title, definable moment, but the match was forgettable. Okay, I can get behind if they put Mania 28. But John Cena won that. That was a definable career. He won the title. That's literally the only reason. Out of most of the other stuff they could have put down there, Like there's been over 36 at WrestleManias, guys. There's many other championship wins that were big. I don't understand. So Cena and The Rock beats Angle and Lesnar. I can understand the star factor and all that. I just feel like that's stupid. The no nothing felt more oh my god moment than that Angle and Lesnar match. But that's just my opinion, and that's just how it goes. The first match involving Cena and The Rock wasn't for the world title. It was literally just a star factor. But dude, that's just stupid in my opinion. Really? Like this tournament's already gonna suck, bro. Austin and Michaels versus Kingston and Bryan. Okay, that Austin and Michaels wins, and Stratus and Mickey James versus Cena. That wasn't even an official match. Rollins cashed in at the last minute. They account that as like a triple threat match in the last minute. So Rollins, all because, oh my god, he cashed in. That accounted as an official full match. So Rollins and Reigns makes it to the second round. I mean, Reigns and Lesnar and Rollins. So Reigns, Lesnar, and Rollins goes against Michaels and Austin. That they better win. Michaels and Austin better win. Rock and Cena, 29 versus Rock and Cena better win that one. Lynch, Flair, and Banks against Bryan, Orton, and Batista. That it's possibly going to be Orton and Bryan and Batista because, of course, Miracle on Bourbon Street technically is the more successful thing to get over than these three she-males coming around like no one remembers your match. Michaels and Hart versus Lynch, Flair, and Rousey. Okay, Michaels and Hart, you gotta win that one. Like, or also like force feed for the next two rounds. The impact factor is the first main event of Mania, and nobody can remember the finish because it was a cluster F. Plus, Ronda broke her shoulder, busted her freaking shoulder. Charlotte nearly botched out most of the match, and Ronda and Becky looked terrible, and she came out winning. Like, come on, man. Like, I understand it's main event wins, but dude, like, really? This tournament sucked. And I know it's gonna suck further on, bro, but this is the type of stuff that they're feeding on. Even the comment section questions this. Dude, and a person that I'm not gonna name in respect for your privacy. Benoit, Triple H, and HBK has one of the best matches in Mania, but ever. But sadly, it will never be acknowledged now. Can we stop having Chris Benoit in our mouth all the time? We get that he was a great wrestler. He's just not the best human being. I mean, if you want to exclaim him from your reality that he's a shit person that possibly had an ill mindset, all because he was a good person, you're the worst type of mark ever. Like, if Conan shot somebody in the heart, you're really gonna just remember that he had amazing matches with Psychosis and Chavo Guerrero? No, you're not. I find that stupid. That's a stupid mentality to bring over to a list. Batista vs. The Undertaker Mania 23. Yeah, I would put that in the list. But I think they're doing main event title wins. Because the majority of these matches were in the main event, except Stratus and James. Or Lesnar versus Angle. And Mysterio, Angle, and Orton. That wasn't in the main event of Mania 22. So, yeah. There's way more, like, more Hogan and Savage was more memorable, had more points than McIntyre and Lesnar, but they still didn't qualify. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I don't think even like Andre the Giant versus Hogan was even in this. Austin and Michaels and versus Michaels and Hart. Dude, I think the comment section is just either like full of marks or they really know like. And Austin and Rock Mania 17 was not in this, and I don't know why. That's like one of the most successful pay-per-views. Their successful manias had one of their highest buy rates, especially over that time, and even the more successful years in WWE. So I don't understand why they're not trying to put something that literally made them a lot of money. Dude, this tournament sucks. WWE is the weirdos for doing this to begin with. Whoever made this list, like you think like anybody's gonna ever like check your fan base, because if no fan is referencing Sasha Banks, I mean beyond Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and Becky Lynch, it ain't that good of a match, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, sure, I guess the impact factor is that these were the first women to main event Mania, but by God, dude, if nobody wants to watch the match, let it be. Because you shouldn't be putting that over Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, or Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage. That is disrespectful as hell. But that's just my opinion. I just thought the list was stupid. It's just me pet peeving over the smallest thing, trying to make something entertaining out of it. Other than that, how you feel? Who you think should have made it to the first round? Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.